All right, today I'm going to show you a little bit about how you can sign up for the summer reading program online and by paper. This year we have a new software called Wandu, and it has some pretty neat features we've decided to take advantage of, and so it'll be a little bit different than previous years, and the paper version will be a little bit different to reflect that. So let's get started. When you first need to join the summer reading program, you'll click the Join Here button. You'll fill in your name, email address, choose your own username and password, and create an account. It'll ask for your birth date and a few other questions. In the adult reading program, you won't need to enter your school, but you will for the youth reading program and the teen reading program. Once you've created your account, when you need to go back into it from that main screen, you'll just enter your username and password and hit login. The main screen on the reading program allows you to log your reading, and it also shows the first of several challenges that are available to do. Challenges are something that's kind of new this year. It's a way that you can get credit for doing things besides reading, and adults, this will be the first time that adults have gotten the opportunity to do that. To log your reading, you can enter a book title, or if you don't want to, you can just enter none. You do need to type something into the box though. If there's a certain book in the database, it will start auto-completing for you, and then you can just select it when it pops up. You type in how many minutes you read during this session. So if you read an hour, you could say I read for 60 minutes. And if this was your last reading session for the book, you finished it, you can check that box. And it will pop up and tell you that you have read 60 minutes. Once you've logged some reading, if you go into the books page, it'll actually have a list of all of the reading you have logged. You'll see I've done some previous reading. If you do some more reading on the same book, you can just click this Read Again button, and it will fill in the title for you, and then you will only need to fill in the minutes to submit more reading in that book. Some of the other things that you get to do on the adult reading program are under the challenges page. The main thing that we want people to try is to come to some of the library events. And so we have several challenges to go to library events, and then we also have some challenges to submit a review of the event that you went to. So every time you go to an event, you come over to the challenges page and click Complete Challenge. It'll pop up to say you can do 4 more of those to get a prize, and you'll see that it pops up with the next level of challenge, level 2, go to another challenge. There are several types of challenges on here. This is the kind where you just simply select that you finished it, but we also have some that are a little bit more interesting. If you wanted to review a book, you could type in your entire book review here and submit it that way rather than having to bring it up to the desk. And we have a really fun one. If you want to take a shelfie or a book face, you can actually submit it through the program here and get credit for doing that. A shelfie is taking a picture of yourself in front of a shelf of books or your favorite books, and a book face is a really interesting kind of creative thing where you put a book in front of your face or your body so it looks like that book is actually part of your body. It's pretty neat. Once you've done enough reading or challenges, you can go over to the awards page to see what you've earned. You can see when I've earned a new prize, there's a little red circle up under the awards to draw attention to that. And that first prize at the top has not been redeemed. You can see I have already redeemed one here because it has a little green check mark by it. For those people that would prefer to do a reading program in print or not on the computer, we do have one available for adults. It's just the same thing. You read, and you can check off a box every 20 minutes you read. It has the challenges, just like we saw on the computer. They can check off a box every time they complete the challenge, And every box that they check off means an extra entry into the prize drawing. And on the front, where they do the reading and the 5 events, those will get them the prize bin, and the staff person will just check off right here when they've picked up their prize. The youth program will use the same software as the adult program, but they have a little bit more fun on their program, being children and all. Let me get us logged in as a child. It'll be the same sort of sign up, same sort of login. The banner is a little bit different, but once you get logged in, you can see it's quite a bit different. What the children have is a little character avatar here, and as they log their reading, they will go through a storyline that tells them how they're building a better world, and they'll get new parts that they can use to upgrade their character. So they can change their avatar using this button and browse through some different options. And through their reading, they'll get the credits that buy these different options. And then if they really like how their character looks, they can go over to this awards page. And the first option here is print certificate. And that will give them a printout of how their character looks. Just like with the adults, the children will log their books on the books or the home page. And then they also have several of their own challenges on the challenge page. There are a couple different types of challenges that the youth have that the adults do not. One of them is a secret code. So kids can go to talk to a librarian, and the librarian will give them a secret code. They enter it right in here and complete the challenge. The other thing that youth will need to pay attention to on the challenges page is the prize drawings. In order to choose which prize drawings they would like to enter, they will need to go to the challenges page and click complete challenge for those prizes. So if you would like to have a giant gummy bear, you go ahead to the prize drawing, giant gummy bear, and click complete challenge. For families that would prefer to have their reading program up on the fridge, they can pick up the printed reading program at the desk or at the bookmobile. It looks like this. For every 20 minutes they read, they just color in one of their little Lego bricks here. They get 1 prize, a second prize, and a third prize once they've colored all these. And they get entered into the prize drawing as soon as they've done those 3 main tracks. On the back is the same thing as you do online. It has the challenges. And if they want to keep reading after they've finished the front, they can do that. And each 20 minutes they read will get them more entries into the prize drawings. Again, the teen reading program will be on Wandu Reader. It's the same software, but we're doing it a little bit differently just to be similar to what the teens have done in the past. The teens will log in the same way. They also have a little bit of a storyline just like the children do. It's totally optional. If they think it's a little bit too young, they don't have to do it. It's just a fun little bonus for anyone that wants to do that. If they want to, they can log their reading on the books page or on the main page, just like we did for the youth and the adults, and they can buy upgrades to their robot over here. If they don't want to do that, that's fine. The main reading program for teens is all through the challenges page. Even if they log their reading on the books page, they will also need to log it on the challenges page to get credit towards their prizes. So you can see when you get to the challenges page, the first one on there will be Earn a Prize Level 1. They need to complete that 10 times to earn their first prize. And the list of activities to do to complete that challenge are on the left. Anytime they do one of those, they just click Complete Challenge. And it'll tell them how many more times they need to do that before they get their prize. Once they complete all 10, it'll tell them they can get their prize. And it'll pop up a new challenge for level 2. And then they can do level 2 and level 3 to complete the reading program and get all of their prizes. Just like the kids and adults, they can also do a number of challenges or keep reading to get prizes. The types of challenges that teens have are very similar to what you saw on the adult and the youth reading programs. There are ones to write book reviews. They can take a selfie and upload it from their computer or phone. Lots of fun little things they can do just to get a little extra credit. For any teens that would like to, they can also just use the printed reading program. It's the same format. They check off a box every time they read and get their 3 prizes. And then on the back, they can do their challenges. And if they want to keep reading to get more entries into the prize drawing, we can give them a little card that will let them track every time they read another 20 minutes. As a staff person, you will need to be able to log into the reading program software to check what prizes you need to hand out to the people in front of you. So to do that, you'll go to the bookmark, which hopefully we'll have on your desktop, on your computers. And there are different logins. There's WebRef will have its own login, and youth staff will have its own login. And your supervisor will give you the password. Once you've logged in, you'll see this page here. You'll just want to click on Wandu Reader. In order to look up a patron to see what prizes they've earned, just click on Find Patron. And you can search for them by their last name, their username. You can filter out and just look for adult reading program participants, or you can look for everybody. So we'll search for the patron family. And you'll see them all here. You'll be able to see what prizes they're owed in that red number there. And then when you click on that number, or if you click award prize below it, you will see what award you need to give them. This one says prize bin. And once you've let them choose their prize from the prize bin, you can just click the award link right here, and you'll see it's gone to redeemed. So we've redeemed both of those prizes. If you accidentally click award and you did not mean to, you can just cancel out of this. And then it'll go back to still owing that prize to the people. If for some reason you need to add an entry onto a patron's account, or add some reading logged or some challenges that they've completed, you can just click the Add Entry button. The first thing that pops up is the reading log, so you could put in a book title or just type none, whatever you want, and the number of minutes they've read, and submit it. If it's a challenge, make sure you get on the Challenge tab, and then you can pull down to whichever challenge they've completed. For some of these challenges, they have to do it several times. So instead of just clicking Submit, I would recommend clicking the down arrow. And if you use Submit and New, that will submit it and keep you on the same window. You can see it counted down to 9 remaining. You can just keep doing that as many times as you need. You can also edit their entries if they realize they clicked 600 minutes instead of 60 minutes. You can just go in there to edit and change the number of minutes or whatever needs to be changed. If they accidentally double logged, you can delete the extra entry right there. From the Find Patron page, you can also edit the patron themselves, their own record, with this Edit button. If they have forgotten their password, you can let them change it by clicking Change Password here and having them type in a new password for themselves. Or any of the other information that's changed can be updated here, email address, names, and things like that. Another thing that you can do on this page is if somebody accidentally signed up for the wrong program or they signed up for multiple programs, if you use the Delete button, you can choose to remove them from a specific program instead of deleting the entire patron. So you can take them out of the adult reading program so that they can sign up for a different one. If someone would like to use the online reading program but isn't able to get themselves registered right away, you can register them by going to the program list. And then for whichever program they need to register for, just click the Register Now button, and you'll have all of the fields they would normally have to fill out themselves: first name, last name, date of birth, email, and just fill that out and hit Save. And then they'll show up in the patron records just like they had registered themselves. You can add their logs for them, they can log for themselves, and they can log in themselves from any computer as long as they know their password. The infant and toddler reading program is similar to what we've done in the past. It won't be online, just the printed version. They can do any of these activities and just mark off which ones they did on the lines. They can repeat them as many times as they want to. They can just read, they can do no reading, do all activities, whatever they like. So then they will get their prizes at the end, and the final prize is actually for the caregiver, so that's kind of fun. Hopefully this will give you a little bit of a head start on figuring out how the new system works. If you have any questions, feel free to ask your supervisor, or you could ask me.